Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So Capricorn, it is a bright, sunny, warm day where I am today, which is a nice change because it's been cold for so long. Yeah, so hey, life is good, baby. We're going to do blind spot for you, Capricorn. I'm going to find out what the blind spot is for you, what you don't see coming. They've been kind of interesting as we've been going through the zodiac. I'm going to use the same deck that I used for Sagittarius, which really brought forward interesting messages, a really interesting way to describe a blind spot, which this is an archetype deck. So I'm going to use that, and then we're going to go into the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck to find out how this blind spot is going to make you feel, and then we'll pull out tarot cards to keep developing the story for you. All right, my little Capricorns. Let's get started, I guess. So if this reading does resonate with you, there is an extended, and if you were drawn to that extended, the link is at the top of the description of this video. So let's see what we got here. This deck I always find so difficult to shuffle. There we go. I almost have to get it just the right distance away so that it'll go into the other cards on the other side. Oh, your cards want to speak. Okay, blind spot for Capricorn. Blind spot for Capricorn, what they don't see coming. A blind spot for Capricorn, they don't see coming. Monk and nun. Well, wow, that's kind of interesting, because if I was ever going to put that, there's two energies that I would, here, you look at that. There's two ways I would describe Capricorn. When I come into your energy, I would describe it as this, very monk, nun-like, and very witch warlock like. So it's almost like combining these two energies. And it's kind of like combining the devil and the hierophant. So I would describe the energy that I come into with you. So selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. This is quite interesting. Going on some kind of a spiritual journey, some sort of a spiritual quest. What's at the bottom? The Alchemist. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. You are about to go into some sort of an energy cycle. Long, short, I don't know what it is. And I don't want to say that it's the Hermit. It doesn't feel like that, and it isn't. It doesn't say Hermit. I think there is a Hermit card in this deck. So don't, if you don't really feel like that, like you're just going to be completely isolated and just focused on self and looking for answers within yourself, this feels like almost taking that energy, especially with the Alchemist card here, is taking almost like a Hermit-like energy and then applying it, moving forward, and sort of being able to keep that state of mind and that state of being. I don't know why I've been putting the cards over to the corner. Kind of weird. All right. So now what I'm going to ask is, how's this going to make you feel? And then we're going to find out more information in the tarot. Like, what could this be? Could this be a situation that you encounter with a person? Could this be a new opportunity? How's this going to make you feel? How's this blind spot going to make Capricorn feel? How's this blind spot going to make Capricorn feel? Wow. The third eye is all lit up here, big time, triangular, balanced, geometric. I'm hearing some words coming out with this. Really lit up. This is fire energy here. Interesting. This card came out when I did the Libra reading, but I'm not getting really quite the same message with it. I am making note of the fact that the lines in the background here are going horizontally, and then the lines within you, what you would be depicted as the energy, are going, for the most part, vertically. So you are going against some sort of a grain here, but it doesn't feel hard and it doesn't feel difficult. It does feel like I am getting sort of that stubborn old goat energy from Capricorn here, where this self-devotion, single-minded dedication to spirit. And it could be something that you have some sort of a practice or a belief in, somewhere where you utilize some aspect of yourself on a spiritual level, which is like soul calling, things that maybe you feel compelled to do for your community or your family. Oh, the The black egg is at the bottom. And then the bee. And then the dolphin and the unicorn. There's some magic energy going on here. Like you are walking into that. You are walking into this really high vibrational magic energy. There's a deeper truth within you here. Something that's going to be hatching out. And when it does, you're kind of like the focus of the attention here. And that's really how I would describe this zebra. Like what I was saying here, that the lines here are going horizontally and these are more vertical. So you stand out. Like you're going to stand out from the crowd on some level, but it's not awkward and it's not uncomfortable. Look at, see, it's healing and magic. Healing and magic. The dolphin is a karmically healing energy cycle. And this could be involved with particular people. It could even be you. And in unicorns, you're going to prove that magic exists, baby. Yeah, you're taking on, you are combining, like you are really pulling on that Hierophant energy. I feel that with you. Like you own that card in this reading. If that card comes out in this reading as your card, I would not call it Taurus energy the way I'm feeling this. I would even, if the devil comes out and the Hierophant comes out, I would put it together as the most divine combination of energy that I could describe right now. And I feel like that's what's going on here. It's pretty damn cool. So let's see what else comes out here. I'm going to pull out tarot now about this monk nun, self-devotion and single-minded dedication spirit. Like it's almost like you look the devil in the face. You've done something here. You've conquered something within yourself or moved beyond it. So it feels like a little more moved beyond it in a very peaceful manner here. Both of these energies. And I love too that we have monk nun. So we have like yin and yang energy right here, masculine and feminine being depicted in this. It's a very balanced form of your energy coming forward in a very spiritual way. What's that? There's something. What is this? The Seven of Pentacles. When did that happen? Look at that sneaky little card. The Seven of Pentacles I'm asking about. Wow. It's time for a new day. It's time for a new plan. But making a new plan with information about yourself and the world around you that you didn't have before. You have it now or you have it in the future. Or you have it now, but you're going to be utilizing it in the future to do something here. I would like 3 cards for that, actually. Things have been growing. Sorry. Oh, wow. I've been told to look at the pots. So I was looking at the pots, and the first thing I'm seeing, like my eye is immediately drawn here because these pots have flowers, so they kind of stand out to you. But then I'm following this vine, which I've honestly never noticed before. And I love how that works in these cards. Like you can look at the artwork and you get a mean, like I've had this deck for probably 2 years, at least 1.5 years. And I have never, ever, ever noticed that there is a huge trunk to this vine here. And it goes into this little pot. It's too small. The pot is too small. This person, you see, like he's making notes here. Certain things are growing really, really well in the pot. And this is totally the Seven of Pentacles, right? Like certain things that you've invested in, that you've learned along the way, they've grown really, really well. And they're fine still in those pots. These are not pot bound, right? Or root bound. But this, gosh, this has got to be root bound with the size of this. But it's almost like, you know what, this thing still does pretty good. But I think it could do a lot better. But how do I do that? I don't want to put this plant into serious shock and then cause it to die because I've got something good here, but I know I can make it better. That's what I feel like is going on here. Like that pot is too small for the size of the trunk and root system that would be supporting that now. So you've grown out of something. You've grown out of something and it's time to be repotted. Oh, okay. So I'll get 2 more cards to go with that Seven of Pentacles. Oh, sorry if you hear, they started doing the deck work in that house behind me again. They stopped for a couple of weeks, but now they're back. Oh yeah, look at, what are you going to do here? It's like, okay, something holds you back in the pot. So now we have the Emperor and the 5 of Swords. I'm not, well, yeah. The Emperor is your energy, but I feel like it needs to grow and expand to that, like to go to the Hierophant, which is the next card in the Major Arcana. To go from the 4 to the 5. Interesting, because the 5 shows up here, but there's a fight, there's a conflict. There's things that need to be walked away from at all cost. I say all cost, well, you know, like don't hurt anybody. physically, or don't break stuff, or I don't know. You break your own stuff, but don't hurt anybody in the process. You know what I'm saying? There's some sort, like, something that you need to, to maybe, like, okay, to get this root system out of this pot, the pot has to be broken. Have you ever had to do that? I've had to do that because there could be holes down here, and then the roots have actually grown out of those irrigation holes, and then you have to, like, you can't get it out because they've actually thickened beyond the size of the hole at the bottom of the pot. So your growth has expanded beyond the containment that you're in. Whatever container you're in, whether that's work, relationships, your home, your artistic development, whatever that is, the container that you're in, you've outgrown it to the point where you've even gone past, your root system has gone past the irrigation holes, and your root system is thicker than the hole that it actually came out of. So this is like, you have this strength here, and you have this leadership in your own life, and it's sort of like taking that. Like, I can't just pull myself out of the pot. I have to cut the pot away. So there is some sort of damage that occurs here where something from the past that was your container is now too small. And you can't remove yourself from the container without hurting you unless you break the container. That's fascinating. That's so fascinating. So that's the energy too of the Five of Swords to me. There is some sort of level of self-protection here where you got to change this at whatever cost. I hate saying that because some people will take it literal. I need to have a real disclaimer at the end here. You know what? Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Make good choices. But, okay, this pot, like if it's somebody, obviously you don't hurt somebody. Maybe you have to hurt somebody emotionally. Maybe you have to, like if it's a job too and you get an offer for something better, but they really rely on you where you are. It's like, well, you know what? I have to grow too. I can't stay here. And you have to do that sometimes. They'll find someone to replace you. I always think, like, God forbid, knock on wood, any one of us could walk out the door and get struck by a bus and that's all over. The world will still go on. Like, none of us is irreplaceable. So, like, it could be something like that. I hope that's coming through a little bit better. Like, yeah. So it could be you could work somewhere. You could even have family that depend on you for everything, but it is keeping you really, really small. But yet, it's almost keeping you small in a physical way of expanding what you've gained through this alchemy and this monk nun. This is to me almost like the past. This is what is fueling this. Yeah, like the fertilizer that went into growing you. And you grew way beyond the pot now. Way beyond the pot. So let's pick out now. Interesting. The Four of Swords is at the bottom, but I'm going to keep going. The Four of Swords is at the bottom. So resting, healing, contemplating, perhaps because the Four of Swords comes before the Five of Swords. So getting ready to break the pot. The Zebra card. This is how it's going to make you feel too, right? Like you're not this horizontal line system anymore. You're this vertical line system. Yeah, because the horizontal is the pot and you are growing vertically, so you don't jive with it anymore. I'm on fire. Zebra. This is sometimes I just feel like I'm on fire. I've been on fire the last couple of days. I'm having really lucid dreams and stuff again. Something triggered that. I don't want to get into it because people will make it political. But anyways. The Zebra, how this will make you feel. You have Temperance, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I'm just looking beyond the typical meaning of the cards and looking at the imagery because it's been really important so far in this reading. It'll come to me at some point. I'm just being Just something about the cups. But anyways, sorry, the cups that are making this rainbow here. Some of the cups are not facing the right way. Some of the cups are pointing downwards. I'm sorry I'm playing with my hair so much. It's starting to drive me crazy again. I was fine with it. Now it's too long and thick. Some of these cups are pointing the wrong way, and some of the it's connected to me with the alchemy. Oh my gosh, the alchemy, which is temperance energy here. It is connected with this, so it's sort of like the wheels of the universe. The cogs are in motion. The gears are moving. This 10 of Cups is not quite ready to be harvested. Part of that is that you are in a container that you have outgrown. Even though you're still in it, you've still found ways to kind of pull out of it. The container needs to be broken. That's part of the energy that's being alchemized here. Why we have this temperance. And it's almost as if each one, to me, I feel like these cups need to be pointed upward. I feel like if the cups are pointed upward, they're actually like pulling energy from the universe, from the ethereal, from the divine, pulling that in and filling those cups up. And that's something that you would really typically do on your own though. So I'm sort of playing out with this message because too, I believe, yeah, just the gravity is it's all gonna fall out. Because you've got the monk nun energy. So you are really going to like a higher level of consciousness here. And so you need the cups to be pointing upright. Where in the past, you may have been draining your cups. Like giving a lot. Draining your cups. The irrigation holes in the pot, the water is flowing out. You were trying to stuff. Your root system got so big through the irrigation holes that you were trying to stuff the irrigation holes to stop the water from flowing out. But in doing that, you sort of sacrificed a bit of yourself here in that. Because your root system is like, can be dry. It can be sitting underneath this pot, drying out. Yeah, there's a self-sacrifice that's going on here. But it's actually, I know I'm speaking so metaphorically in this reading, but that's all, the whole thing is coming out. The Knight of Pentacles comes in after that. This is an energy that is not yours. What is this? This is someone who knows how to remove the pot. Who is this person? I don't know. I have to call cards out on this. This is not you. I'm being told that very specifically. And, oh, it's the guy in here. It's this person. It looks like that dude. Oh, a little bit. No, he's got the, what are those called again? I can't remember what that's called. The facial hair. Anyways, it feels like to me, it's either, this is either a depiction of some sort of energy. It's not yours. It's either the energy of the second individual in this. So the 10 of Cups too is emotional fulfillment, but it's emotional fulfillment of at least two people coming together. So it's a really beautiful, divinely guided. And you get the right here, you've got this earth angel here, energy guiding us to the 10 of Cups, guiding you to the 10 of Cups here. But then I see this card and it's all its energy is moving this way and it's moving this way very slowly and methodically. No step is missed here. But I feel like too, because this is like a firefighter. So to me, the symbol of that is coming into rescue. Like, okay, I'm picturing with firefighter, I'm picturing, you know how they have the jaws of life? That's what I'm getting there. They have the jaws of life and they like peel. It's almost like you could even say that this pot, your situation now becomes this car, this mangled car that you are still in there, but you need to come out because you're surviving this. You are not damaged. The car, the package, the container that you're in is damaged and it needs to be pulled away from you. So this energy, whoa, is coming to do that because you were the plant. Of course you can't pull yourself out of the pot. Who is this? Who is this Knight of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups. This person works with cups, they work with plants, they work with water. They know exactly how to get those roots watered again. Get them out. I'm a little surprised that the King of Swords didn't come out. Yeah. Okay, this is really taking me into my gardening days, which I can't really garden here this year, so I'm kind of about that. But anyways, I have pots. Well, I have pots. With pots. So, that's the other thing. If the soil is too dry, it can't pull out really well. Like it's weird. Like you have to experience. You kind of think if the soil is all dried and shrunk up, it would pull out really well. But I find removing something, if it's saturated, it actually pulls out really well. And maybe it's the water lubricating everything. I don't know why. But that's why it's not the sword. There's a way to get this out without breaking the container. See, didn't know that, but this person knows how to do that. And of course, because the fireman has the water. This reading, I don't know. I hope it's making sense to you. Because if we think about like growing plants, it's very symbolic of just life itself, particularly container growing. I'm surprised too, there's a card in here specifically, and I associate it like with Piscean energy. And it is a koi fish, and it's jumping out of a pond that has become too big for. And that's a lot of what this feels like. The Six of Swords is the underline. It's the only card in the upright, and then everything is reversed. So you are the universe is helping along here. It's almost as if, okay, I want to say with this energy that's come out with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups, this is definitely something that brings perhaps emotional knowledge or intellect into a situation that maybe, if I'm trying to ground this for you now, like, and I'll go back to that these three cards, that instance of perhaps you even work somewhere, or you have a family member too. Maybe you have a kid who's like 25 years old. It's really time you get out of the house now. You're educated. You can look after yourself. Here's $5,000. Get yourself, I don't know. Like there's something here where you need to distance yourself from a situation, a container in a sense, that you have outgrown, and that container is keeping you small. This container could maybe be utilized for something else. Maybe that's why it's not meant to be broken, because something new could be planted in it. It'll be cycled. So yeah, I want to ask about the Emperor then. I'm going to clarify these ones. The Emperor. Tell us more about the Emperor. Tell Capricorn more about the Emperor. That's funny. Oh my gosh, because it was trying to, wow. Look at the container. See? Some of you need, look at, it's fighting through the Queen of Pentacles to get the Nine of Pentacles. You could have a partner, you could have a parent, you could have a business partner, a spouse, a parent, a boss, someone that you kind of need to push past here to have some sort of independence, because when you do that, you find your glory. You'll flower. These are not flowering. This is not flowering, but these ones are. But does this person care? This is such a strange reading. But definitely, it is the energy of that you are in some sort of a container that you've grown out of. And the container could be symbolized by someone around you or a situation that you're in. The Five of Swords. See, because, yeah, oh, look, see, why is this out? The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. I want to say, too, because we have the Five of Wands with this Emperor here, and then that takes us to the Five of Swords. So there's a conflict here. There's a notable conflict, some sort of difficulty, and then the Five of Swords comes in to say, you know what, that's it. I'm done with this. This is finished. And the Seven of Swords is almost as if saying, if I have to just leave you notice on your desk late at night, go, I'm not coming back. Because there's something here that is more conducive for you to work on. There's the Queen of Cups. Look, it takes you in alignment with this energy over here that has the King of Cups that's working slowly towards you. And that could just be, it could be that job offer, or it could be that place where you will also be able to grow and blossom. You won't just be supporting other things. The Ten of Cups. That card came out so fast and that's stuck in my hand. The Five of Swords and the Tower. Oh. This has ended for you in the past because it wasn't in alignment. The cups weren't all facing upwards. There's definitely been something sitting in the future for you the last little while that has been alchemizing you, along with everything else that's involved with it. Temperance. The Moon. See, something, there's unknown things going on beyond your scope, your vision, what you can see that are in the future. The Seven of Pentacles. Let's go right there. I mean, that was the biggest card here. Look at this. The Fool, the Ace. Yeah, you're excited to go, but what pot? I need a new pot. I need a new emotional outlet. I need it to not be confusing on how to go forward. Like ready to jump out of this pot, excited to go, feeling fertilized and watered. Let's go. But there's an awful lot of confusion there because there's something holding this pot back. I want to clarify the black egg. The black egg. Because once you have this truth, this clarity, Temperance again. Temperance, the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups. What is this truth? This truth is part of the alchemy that's going on here. It has something to do with movement and communication towards things that haven't worked out. And maybe that's what it is about this container. This container is not working out for you on some level here. The Seven of Pentacles is how we ended at the bottom. What an interesting reading. Well, that's what I got for you. I hope you understood it. I mean, I understand it in my head, but I don't always know that everything that's going on in here is coming out my mouth. I do that sometimes. I do that with text messages. I write a type of, and then I forget to send it. And I'm like, I never heard back from that person. It's been days. And then I go back in. I'm like, oh, I never pressed send. They never heard from me. I do that. So if you're a friend of mine and you don't hear from me for a while, sometimes that's why. So I thought I sent it. I did not send it. So I'm going to push these. That's why I'm pushing these to the side now because I'm going to go do the extended. So thank you, Capricorn. That was such an intriguing reading. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.